We're back. Nightly Politics is on the air, and we have a lot to get through today. Here is our talking points for the next few minutes to discuss here on Nightly Politics. Today's talking points: reactions to Prime Minister's questions, UK and Japan for a trade deal, England's non-essential businesses to open for 15th of June, people who are on maternity leave or paternity leave eligible for furlough scheme, PM addresses media on lockdown. One of the things that will be open again on the 15th of June is non-essential businesses. And earlier today I recorded a piece to show you which of those non-essential businesses will be eligible to be reopened. Here is the list of non-essential businesses in England to reopen on the 15th of June. Those include zoos, safaris and retails. All to be open when safe to do so and with social distancing in place. So that was me talking about non-essential businesses to open. My personal opinion is you've got to look at two sides. First off, you've got to think about the safety of the UK. Will it be reopened? We don't know yet. Obviously, they're saying 15th of June. We're going to confirm everything as we know towards the end of the broadcast. Also, you've got to look at the economy side as well. And also the business point of view, because several zoos could go bust if they don't reopen soon. Some of them have asked the British government for grants, and my personal opinion is the British government should give them grants, especially in a situation like the pandemic. Obviously, the British government intervened by granting all banks in 2008 when the financial crash happened, and I can certainly, and I'm quite surprised they haven't intervened in some areas, but I know that they have intervened in some areas like the furlough scheme and that, but some areas like the zoos and that, it is people's strengths, and I think they should probably intervene at some point. Also to mention as well, UK-Japan trade deal. That is going to be something good. Obviously, as we officially left the EU on the 31st of January, but the thing is that the UK and the EU are still negotiating as we speak on whether they're going to leave with or without a trade deal. They've officially left, but they're still discussing deals or not. If they don't, then they go to the trade association or whatever you call it, and they have to do the trading via there. They're speaking already to Japan for a trade deal. We know Japan is quite good, especially with technology, and we could probably expect Japan to do trading with us in the UK. We know that a couple of years ago, Donald Trump, the current President of the United States, and Theresa May, the then Prime Minister, spoke about a possible trade deal. We don't know about that, but obviously we may expect a trade deal between UK and US. Is it a positive between UK and Japan? Yeah. Japan's economy prior to this pandemic has been in the up, and with the UK going up with Boris Johnson as Prime Minister, it was going up as well prior to this situation, and we can see the UK trading. Also to mention, some more modifications to the furlough scheme. People that are on maternity or paternity leave will be eligible for the furlough scheme, but they got to do it until the 15th of June, which is in 5 days' time. So anyone that's on paternity or maternity leave will be eligible part of the furlough scheme. I don't know much about that, but I know that it is quite a useful situation, obviously, especially in a pandemic like this, where normally the employers would pay them leave, obviously, but we may expect some good ways of for this to be useful. And obviously, Prime Minister's questions. Boris Johnson addressed the loads of MPs in the chamber and from their respective homes, because they only allowed a certain number of people in the House of Commons chamber at any one time for the moment. Obviously, talking about all sorts, about costs, safety, all sorts. Obviously, there's also also talks about the schools, obviously, which I addressed yesterday, that Year 2 through to Year 5 will not be in until September. Key Stage 3 and Year 11 and Year 13 will not be in until September. And it is quite a big old discussion. Also to mention as well, the Prime Minister addressed the press conference earlier in the evening, and here is some of the things that he mentioned about the lockdown, which I've put in on a slide. From this weekend, England will have single adult households living alone or a single parent with child under 18 to form a support bubble with one other household. They'll be able to hug, go into each other's homes, and even stay overnight. They won't have to stay 2 metres apart and can act as though they live in the same home. They don't have to move in together, but they can do if they wish or travel between each other's homes. Single people will include anyone alone. Couples who've been living apart alone will finally be able to meet up, but people who are shielded should not be involved. So that's the information from the lockdown changes, that one single person from one household can visit another single person from another household. If a single person that has a child under 18 and sees someone from another household that is single, then it is okay. It's basically a bubble. Only one household will be allowed to visit without social distancing. Obviously, I think this is a positive. It's good for something like this. People like me, who are in the shielding group, will not be allowed to at the moment, because it's still dangerous territory at the moment with the pandemic as it is. I think the UK government are doing the right thing at the moment. We've got 1,000 or so of the situations. We've got a few hundred, sadly, that died today. 41,000 in total or so of the deaths. And obviously, the next review will be on the 4th of July, where we're going to see more changes to the lockdown. And I have to say that after a day full of PMQs, trade deals and that, I have to say this has been an exhaustive programme to put in for review. I have to say, 2 episodes in and I'm already exhausted telling you all the information. And my response to this, obviously, to the lockdown changes, you can see it's a positive, but you've got to also look at the side effects. Will we see a second situation happen again, or will it stay normal? I don't know. But one thing that I will say is that I'm on social media, and here's more about it. If you want to follow me, I'm on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook, so you can follow me, like, subscribe, hopefully to get all the latest from my social feed and to enjoy the next episodes. This is the end of the second episode of the Nightly Politics. I'll be back again tomorrow with more information from the land of politics. I'm Gareth Thomas, and I'll see you tomorrow.